Alrighty, here we are, finally starting to finish up the process. I'm taking off the lower half of the gasket off the bottom of the engine, and it is a pain in the ass. I mean, first off, there's all these goddamn things in the way with the steering and the fucking axle. I got that far because the oil pump started to get in the way. Yeah. But it's fucking taking forever. The only thing I could find that really works is this little this blade thing right here. It's got a blade right there. You can push it. I've tried like a normal gasket scraper, but it's just not sharp enough. That, and I can't get it in there, and it's not easy. But there's fucking gasket everywhere. I don't know what this shit is. It's like a papery thing. It's not rubber. I don't think it's cork, because I don't think cork would do that. I don't know, it's just really weird and time consuming. Oh man, all for that fucking seal. You piece of shit. Oh, we'll be done this sometime. So all that's left now is take the oil pump out. There's one bolt there. And on the other side of all this bullshit, let's see if I can get you. There's a come on, stop shaking, Jesus. There's that bolt right there behind the transmission cooler line. I don't know if there's a third bolt. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's just those two bolts. And that'll drop down. The filter doesn't look too bad, but I mean, you know, I'm already under here. I am not going to take this fucking thing apart again. So we'll do that. So got a new oil pump installed. It's also a little windy out. I have no idea why. Oh. So we got the new mesh screen on there. The pickup line up there. It's bolted in. I torqued it to 17 foot-pounds as suggested by the installation guide that came in the box for this this pump. So she's in there. That looks nice. I used just the smallest amount of like some kind of RTV glue just to hold the gasket in place. Just a little tiny bit of dab here and there, just enough to hold it in place so I can install it. But yeah, it's got a new pump in there. It's not primed, but you know, can't do that yet because I got to put the pan back on and you know, have the rest of the engine back together. I haven't worked on it in a couple days, so there's like rust and shit everywhere because it was really, really moist and wet out for the last couple days. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. It doesn't clean off that easily. Probably just spray it down with WD-40 and not give a fuck. Because I mean, even like if you look over here, my brand new oil pump has already got rust on it, and if I go back to another video, I think it was brand new, shiny, and clean. So what the fuck? I don't know. It'll be covered in oil though, so that'd be good. Alrighty, here we are. Got the oil pan all cleaned up as much as we could. Took a wire brush to it. Made it look real nice. Still got a little crap on there, but like it's not coming off. It's like surface rust and other things. This is just a protective coat. Doesn't need to look real nice. It's not like I'm doing any body work or anything. It's gonna be underneath the car most of the time, so I don't really care that much. There's a part right here that was bent, so we hammered that back flat and sanded it. It's nice and smooth. So hopefully that doesn't affect the gasket. And we're gonna paint it with some engine paint, high temperature. And that doesn't really need that much. It goes up to 650 degrees. So let's make it look pretty. So here's the oil pan. It is still bright as hell. Are you kidding me? Come on. There she goes. It's nice and black now. No, clean, beautiful. Hopefully resistant to corrosion, dirt, dust, and other bad things. It's been sitting for about an hour and a half. And then underneath, you know, just standard crap. So I think it turned out all nice. Alrighty, the time has come. Got a nice rubber oil pan gasket, rubber all around. So it's got all 4 pieces connected. It's got the part in the back. It's got the 2 parts down the side, and then it's got the timing cover part as well, all connected. And it's got metal supports in there. So it's nice and strong, doesn't flop all over the place. It stays where it's supposed to. I was having problems with the oil pan, the drain bolt, because it was going in crooked. Here's the old washer, by the way. We got a new washer in the kit, so new washer. We ended up threading it in from the inside, going out to straighten it, and then we put it in a couple times and it went in straight. So if you have any problems with that, try threading it from the inside first. So, time to reinstall. It helps to keep things organized. So I got Ziploc baggies that have the bolts in there, and I labeled them into 3 different categories. I have the oil pan rear, which is basically all the bolts that are the same, plus the 2 in the back that are bigger. I think they're in there somewhere. And also the part that holds the oil pan on at the back. And then I have oil pan passenger front, which are all the bolts that were different on the passenger side, and the oil pan driver front, which were all the bolts that were different on the driver's side. And I have a picture of them all laid out the way that they should be. I've seen other people say that like you can take like whiteout or some kind of marker and mark on here where the studs go in comparison to the bolts. But I just took a picture, so I'm going to lay them all back out the way that they're supposed to be. And I'll start installing. The instructions say that you're supposed to start at the center and work your way out. So you'll go here, then you go here, then you go here, and there, and there, and there. And you're just working back and forth, starting from the center and working your way out on both sides. So after lining them all up, it looks something like this. The bolts in the back are just a little bit bigger. If you look, they're thicker, they're longer. They're just all around bigger. And then you have all of these down here. They're a little odd. The driver's side? Yeah, the driver's side has 1 more regular bolt. And then over here we have bolt with a stud. This is the same on both sides. And then we have another one that's a stud. One of them's thicker on one end. This one I left in the bracket so I know where it went. There's a nut there. And then that holds on something. And then there's this one and this one. Which, I wonder if that's, no, that's bigger. Okay. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Guess it's time to put shit on. Alright, so we got the wheels off. One of those bolts was such a fucking pain in the ass to take off, but I have a jack stand on each side. This one's a little messed up, so I'll have it back up just in case. And I also have the jack under there. It is lowered down, but then held in place, because I'm not sure how low I can actually drop the axle safely. But I'm going to see if maybe that'll help the oil pan clear it. Oh, bitch, 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 bitch. Son of a bitch. This fucking oil pan, man. Why, you know. Got it over the transmission cooler line. I took the shock absorber out because it was hitting that, so now that's out of the way. But, like, no matter what I do, the back of the oil pan hits the fucking transmission. I don't get it. Over there. Hey, you. Fuck. Yes. I don't get it. I've lowered the axle. I took the wheels off to try and drop the axle because I know the axle keeps hitting. But, like, it just doesn't want to go. Let's see if I can do this with a hand and a foot. The oil pump is in place. I don't know if the pickup tube's getting in the way or not. It might be. But, right there. Focus. So yeah. It's like the smallest, minutest, little tiny bit, and it just doesn't want to get over that little fucking thing. Ouch. There's a lot of pointy things down here. what I'm saying, man? Like, what the hell? What's it look like in there? Oh, there's plenty of fucking room. Oh, pickup ain't in the way. That ain't no problem. It's just that fucking thing right there. Fucking piece of shit. Where is it? Yeah. Yeah, that's not in the way at all. At least from what I can tell from this angle. It's just a fucking axle. God damn it. Alright, as a last attempt, took out the oil pump. No more oil pump. So, I'm gonna try one more time. And see if I can get that oil pan in there. Cause it's just, I don't get it. I don't feel like dropping the fucking transmission to get the goddamn oil pan on. It's just silly. So let's try this shit again. Fucking oil pan. Yeah, I don't know all the notes. Alright, so, fucking oil pan. It's on there. It's a bitch. Big old bitch. Got this jack here. I actually, I jacked the axle up a little bit. Because when it drops down too low, I think the, I'm not sure what arm that is. I'm not too familiar with the names of all the components. But this arm right here, it's got this big bend in it. When you jack it up and down, like it rotates and the oil pan like sits on that. But it was also hitting the axle, and it was also hitting the bell housing. So if you look all the way back there, we got a bottle jack just on the transmission. We didn't fuck with the motor, the transmission mounts or anything. We just jacked it up just a little bit to get a little bit of movement, and it went in. So now I'm going to put the wheels back on this thing and get it back to a safe something or other, and go from there. The oil pump is not in, so that'll be interesting. The gasket is not on. That should be more interesting. But there should be enough room that I can work. But that's where we checked. Actually, that's the transfer case right there. It's not the transmission. So my bad. We jacked from the transfer case. Okay. My dad also used this flathead to pry it into place without bending it. But there it is. It's in there. So yeah, it looks like there should be enough room in there that I'll be able to put the pump in and slide the gasket in. So I guess it's time to do that. Alrighty, here we are. It's daytime. We're on top of the engine. Got the oil pan on. If we take a look. There we are. Nice shiny new black oil pan. Although I'm noticing that some of the paint scratched off in the surf while I was putting it on. So, oh well. Maybe it should have had a little etching primer on it.